Hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here. Currently, the market is absolutely jittery. Every day, we keep on hearing certain news and the market reacts accordingly. And in this market situation, everyone has one single question: should we buy the dip or should we sell the reversal? And in such scenarios, I feel if you have a nice checklist before you decide whether you should buy the dip or should you be selling the reversal, it'll be amazing, right? So, in today's video, we are going to talk about 5 top things based purely on technical analysis that you should consider before taking any decision related to buying or selling. Before we move on, let me tell you that India VIX or the volatility index has reached a level that it had reached during the 2024 elections. And during such high volatility times, traders who are trading in futures and options often end up in big losses. But what if I tell you that there could be a simple option selling strategy that has worked well even in high volatile situations? But how am I saying that? I'm going to take a webinar on 5th of April 2026 wherein I will show you, I will prove you with 5 years of back-tested data as to how this strategy has worked over the past 5 years. The batch 1 that I conducted was houseful, and this is the second batch that I'm announcing. The batch is going to be conducted from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's a 2 hours webinar. Seats are limited. So if you want to learn option selling in an absolute disciplined and structured manner, enroll now. Now, what I feel is that we should try and use the logic of fundamental analysis, something like a top down approach, while we do even technical analysis. What do I mean by a top down approach here? Here, it will be something like first check the market overall strength or the market trend, then look at a sector, and then look at a specific stock. That's how you should analyze, right? So, first things first, if I ask you that what is the overall trend of the market right now, what is the trend of Nifty right now? I'm sure everyone will be like, this is such a simple question. It is a downtrend. But what if I tell you that in a longer term or a longer time frame, we are still in an uptrend? I know it's hard to believe. For that, let's have a look at this. Now, if you see here, I am on a daily chart, and here you can see markets are below all the key moving averages, be it 50 DEMA, 150 DEMA, or 200 DEMA. It is a clear slide down, okay? And that's the reason why everyone feels like, okay, we are down almost 14%. It's just hitting lower highs every single time. So it's like gone. But if I were to now zoom out and take you to a monthly chart, this is something pretty interesting that you can see. Now, in a monthly chart, if I were to take you through the COVID lows, this is a low, this is a high, a higher low, and then a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a similar high, and still this low is intact. So basically, up unless and until this low is broken, let me just remove this line so that it'll be absolutely clear. Unless and until this low is taken out, I don't see any reason why we would be in a downtrend in a longer term. And this one comes to 21,800, 700, 800. So up until we are above this level, I feel we are still comparatively safe in a longer time frame. But talking about daily moves, I'm sure everyone is jittery right now because market is forming lower lows. So talking from a very short term perspective, is market currently weak? Is it in a negative trend? Answer is yes. Now, in such cases, we should try and see whether there is any sector which is trying to outperform Nifty. In simple words, if Nifty has fallen by X, we should try and see which sectors have fallen less than Nifty. Can we check that? Answer is obviously yes. And for that, have a look at this. You can very clearly see that as at 23rd March 2026, Nifty has fallen by 12.5%. Whereas I have given you a list of few sectors which have fallen lower than Nifty, whereas some sectors which have fallen more than Nifty. Nifty Pharma in this case is a clear outperformer with just 0.66% fall. Even PSU banks have fallen by 6.67%. Nifty Metal, Nifty Media, and Nifty FMCG are amongst those sectors which are comparatively showing strength as compared to Nifty. Now, if I were to give you an example of Nifty PSU Bank, can we also check it in a different format, something like a chart format? So, answer is obviously yes. And you can see here the red line is of Nifty. By the way, this is like the last 3 months data is not what I've shown here. This is just maximum till December is what you can see on the screen, and 3 months prior to that. Okay, so if you can see here, Nifty was up barely by 3.7%. So I'm talking about September to December roughly. And in that same time frame, PSU Bank Index was up by 12.87%. So even when market was slightly up, Nifty PSU Bank has performed way better than that, right? Now in this case, what should be one more level of deeper analysis? In that case, I'll try and see some PSU stock which has performed better than the PSU index. And just to give you an example, the green line which gets added is of Bank of Baroda, which has performed better than Nifty as well as PSU Bank Index, because this stock was up by almost 20% in the time frame that I showed for Nifty as well as PSU banks. So all in all, what did we understand? That first, in the checklist, first things first, what should you check? You should check what is the overall trend at a index, at an index level. Second, check the overall sectors and see which sectors have outperformed the index. Outperformance in a falling market will be they have fallen less as compared to Nifty, and if I'm talking about an upward market, they have risen more than Nifty. And third thing you will check will be which stock has performed better than Nifty as well as the sectoral level. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a homework, because if you remember, from September to December, Bank of Baroda had performed better than PSU Bank Index and Nifty. What you have to check is compare Nifty top, that is Feb 3rd to March 24th. Check how much is the fall in Nifty, and in the same time frame, check how much is the fall in Bank of Baroda, and let me know that percentage fall in the comment section and tell me whether it is showing strength as compared to Nifty or not. Now we are talking about the second point, wherein this will help us whether we should really buy a stock or not. Like I told you in the previous section, number one, we did check, yes, at least in a shorter term right now, the overall trend is negative. Okay. Then we check that, okay, Nifty is negative, but what about a sector? Could that be outperforming? That is what we checked. But now we are going way more micro. We are now talking about a specific stock. The example that I gave in the previous section was of Bank of Baroda. Okay. Now, what should be done as a further analysis? In that case, if you have checked that, okay, this is the stock which is outperforming, then you should also try and check its daily candles move. You have to check the moving averages basically in a daily time frame first. Number one, check whether it is above the 50 DEMA and whether it is above the 200 DEMA. If that be so, that gives us a basic trend check that, okay, the stock is in an upward trend. Okay. Number two that you should check is whether the stock actually showing some momentum or not. Trend could be positive, but if it is moving extremely slowly, it doesn't make any sense. You would want to buy a stock based on technical analysis if it is showing true momentum, and for that you should check RSI. RSI, ideally, I always say this, it should be above 55 or 60, but if it is overheated, if it is beyond 80, 85, 90, in that case, though the trend is positive, there is a possibility that there could be a reversal. So be careful about overheated RSIs. RSI just above 55 or 60 is a good one. But do you check only based on daily time frame? Answer is no. If you want more and more conviction, ideally you should zoom out and check whether the daily chart is aligned with a weekly and with a monthly chart as well. So that is the reason why always do a multi time frame analysis rather than doing just a single time frame analysis. Now let's come to the third point, which is about volume confirmation. Always remember that whenever the stock is falling down, if the volume is not that great, it is a good sign. What do I mean by that? The price is falling, but a lot of people are not actually selling the stock. In fact, institutions are holding on to that stock in spite of the fact that the stock is falling. And in such a case, if there is a breakout, and that too post breakout, if volumes spike up, that show that there is a good conviction in the stock. So just don't check indicators like RSI or only moving averages. The third point that we are talking about right now is also a volume confirmation. And while I check that volume is good or not, a simple thing can be check whether the volume is higher than the 30 days average. And for that, let me give you an example of BSE. Now, this is 26th April 2024. From this previous high, the stock went down by, I think, more than 30%. Let's check from this highest point to the lowest point. It's a 34% fall, right? In this same time frame, have a look at the volume candles right now. Look at this. All these volume candles are pretty much lower than the 30-day average, or are just barely touching the 30-day average. Just this one candle seems to be a bigger candle, one at the beginning, but apart from that, no big candles. Achha, okay, one big candle here as well, but these are just 2 3 candles here and there, but the moment we saw a breakout right here, there was a nice U-shaped formation, we saw a breakout, and look at the volume on breakout. Look at the volumes immediately on the following days, one, two, three, four, five. Look at these volumes versus look at this volume. It's so visible to the naked eye that whenever the stock was falling, a lot of institutions were not ready to sell, but post the breakout there are so many people who are wanting to participate. That's always a sign which gives you more and more conviction in a specific stock. Now, the fourth point in our checklist, which you should check with or before buying any stock, is whether there is any contraction in the stock or not. Why am I saying that? Contraction, or a better word could be actually compression. It's always said that big moves start from compression. Means what? It will test the patience of the trader or of the investor, because the stock may move in a specific range, but when you see that the stock is actually compressing, there will be a point where there'll be a breakout on the either side, on the upward side or on the downward side, but that compression actually makes you prepared for a breakout. Can I give you some example for that? Answer is obviously yes. Let's have a look at the SBI chart. Now this is a point back in December 24, and if you see from here, let's try and check how much was the volatility here, and is the volatility contracting or not. Now if you see from the top, the stock has corrected almost 20%. Okay, then what happened? The stock went up till here, it went down again. Of course, it's not a textbook pattern. Ideally, it should have touched here for the textbook pattern, but it's okay. From here, if I were to check how much is the volatility, now it has gone down to roughly 9 point whatever, roughly 10%. Now let's check the next contraction, and if you see from here to here, it's barely 5%, and then from here to here, it is barely 3.5%, whatever. So is the volatility visually also reducing a lot? Answer is yes. And if that be so, in such cases, when you see a breakout and a breakout with above average volumes, that can be a very good sign. So whenever you are buying stocks, especially when you see that this stock is showing strength as compared to the sector, even as compared to the index, then in such case this can be a very good one. Additionally, what you could do is also check something like a Bollinger Band. Now for this stock, it was very clearly visible that yes, there is a price wise compression, but if there is no very clear price wise compression, can I check the Bollinger Band? Yes. Now I'm just going to zoom this in a little bit. For those who have done my course on technical analysis, you already know this is a general, there is volatility coming in, going out, but here I love such Bollinger Band squeezes. If you remember, I've told you in the course that if it's like a 1 month Bollinger Band squeeze roughly. Now this is way more than a month. This is almost more than 3 months squeeze, and then you can see a breakout at the level of 858. And then if I were to zoom out, the topmost point was actually not even visible. And a stock like SBI post breakout just went up, zoomed up in the next 1 or 2 months. For a stock like SBI, a move of almost 15-16% in 2 months is like a zooming move only. Okay, so always remember to check whether there is a contraction and there is a breakout. Now let's move on with our final bonus point, because right now we are actually repeating one point, but we are giving it a very different angle. What is that? It's again about relative strength. But if you remember, I had showed you this Excel sheet wherein I told you that you'll have to compare this stock, then you'll have to check whether it is outperforming the sector or the index right now. By the way, whatever numbers we have taken today, we have of course excluded the latest 3 months for stock, but this time even for sector and index, we excluded the last 3 months data. Otherwise it would not have been comparable, right? But then every time, who is going to do this exercise in Excel? Would there be a formula, would there be some trading view indicator through which I can check whether a stock is outperforming Nifty 500 stocks or not? Can that be a very good universe? Absolutely yes. And for that, let me take you to TradingView and show you an indicator which can actually be extremely helpful. So again, I'm on SBI only. I'm going to indicators, and I'll just search RS rating, and here you can see RS rating for Indian market. Okay, so if you see here, there is a rating which gets assigned to a stock. Again, this rating is as at 23rd December 25. Every day the rating will change. Okay, so check what is the rating on the latest day. Now what does this 86 indicate? Is it 86th in number out of 500? No, 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 no. It means that it is in the top 14 percentile. Okay, in simple words, for those who don't understand top 14 percentile or whatever, it is as good as it has scored 86 marks out of 100. This is a very crude explanation. Okay, or you can just say higher the better. Okay, any rating which is above 80 is considered as good enough. So while you are deciding whether I should buy this stock or not, for that you check the relative strength of the stock, and for this could be a very handy indicator. Let's have a quick wrap up of whatever we learned today because it's revision time. First things first, we checked whether the market direction is good or not right now. Currently, in a daily time frame, market is in a weak trend, so be a bit careful. In such cases, try to find stocks which belong to sectors which have fallen lesser than Nifty, or try to find out stocks which have fallen lesser than the sector and also lesser than the Nifty. That will show us some relative strength. Second thing that you check is what is the larger trend or structure of that stock. You can check it on a daily time frame, also check it on a weekly and on a monthly time frame. When will a trend be positive for that stock? When the stock is trading above 50 DEMA, stock is also trading above 200 DEMA. So important, check the moving averages. Next, also check whether there is a momentum in the stock or not. So very important, check RSI. Ideally above 50 or 60 should be good. Above 80, that could be overheated. Next thing, third thing that you check is volume confirmation. When the stock is in a consolidation phase or slightly downward trend, check whether the volumes are drying up, and on a breakout, ideally it should have good volumes. If confirmation candles also have good volumes, amazing. Next thing that you check is whether there is a contraction in the volatility of the price. Either that can be checked visually, or you can also check whether there is a Bollinger Band squeeze and then followed by a breakout. Ultimately, if you want to check the relative strength of any specific stock, you can also check the RS rating, where I told you that any rating above 80 can signal strength. I hope you found this video extremely important and very interesting. And if you did, please don't forget to smash the like button. Please don't forget to share this video with your friends. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye. You might have come across such advertisements on various social media platforms. Please note, all of these are fraudsters promising unbelievable returns through stock tips. I don't provide any calls or advisory services. I provide only educational content through my social media handles and through my website rachanaranade.com and rachanaranade.in.